for life size students who want to settle, who want to have a stable career, because there are a lot of constraints, financial being the most important or the topmost. So some students have to send money to their parents, and I don't think what I don't think I think when you live outside your house and you get a so hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today I'll be discussing one I think it's not at all discussed topic, that can I become scientist at BARC while doing my PhD. Okay, so for some students PhD is a game which they understand after 1 or 2 years that whether or not they are suitable for it, whether or not they are liking it, and for most of the students it turns out that they it's a spiral where you are looking for stability. And I think PhD students are more or less confused during the entire process of PhD, that do they need to do a job or PhD, or what after PhD, should I go for postdoc? And for many people they have to take care of their family responsibilities, and also for some female candidates it's more likely that they get married at the same period of time. Same for the boys, of course they'll get married to their partners. Okay, so yeah, so can I become scientist at BARC while doing PhD is a justifiable question. And I think many of you know that what is the age criteria which is given by BARC for the respective candidates of each category, and there is no relaxation whatsoever in it. In fact, despite COVID there was no relaxation, and many students were, they were so sad about the fact that they wanted to give their last attempt and it didn't happen this time. Okay, so there is no BARC Biosciences exam this time. So let's not just divert from the topic, let's come back to the topic. So yes, you can become scientist during the initial phase of your PhD. How? You'll have to apply for the OCES exam, as you all know, and the same exam which the students give after masters is what you also have to enroll for. I am considering the fact that a student ideally who goes school at 5 years of age completes his or her post graduation at 22 years. Okay, and then they join their PhD at 22 or 23. If they join their PhD at 22 or 23, if I'm talking about the general candidate, then till 25 they have their age for BARC. Okay, so they have 2 attempts while they are pursuing their PhD. They can grasp this opportunity of becoming scientist at BARC. BARC stands for Baba Atomic Research Center. Okay, do not ever call it BARC. Okay, so yeah, it's like, yes, you can give, but then again, provided that what is your category, you need to look after what's your category and what is your age. These 2 criteria if fulfilled, yes, you can apply. And what will happen to your PhD if you get selected in your BRC scientific officer program? Of course you'll have to terminate it. Okay, you'll have to terminate it from the institute you're pursuing till now, and then you will get enrolled in BARC, not in the year when you join as a scientific officer or a trainee scientific officer. You are a trainee scientific officer for 1 year, and then afterwards, I think I'm sure actually after a gap of 1 year you'll be enrolled at HBNI. Okay, the same Baba, Homi Baba National Institute. So the thing is, they will help you in completing your PhD. It's a very good opportunity. If your age permits, if your mental state permits, and if your financial conditions are not very good. I'm not defaming PhD. I myself belong to the same fraternity, so I am not at all defaming it, but I want to tell you that for life size students who want to settle, who want to have a stable career, because there are a lot of constraints, financial being the most important or the topmost. So some students have to send money to their parents, and I don't think I think when you live outside your house and you get a amount of 31,000 and you have to look after your family, it's not huge amount, right? It can take care of their expenses, but then also not in a very good manner. Okay, so BRC is then again a very good opportunity. So what do you have to do? You have to take out time. You have to be in a time sneezing mode once you join PhD at like any of the university, any of the institute. If you join at university, then I think there'll be some ease that you'll get some time to study. But if you join any institute, any, let's say, like XYZ, any institute, the pressure is almost the same, okay? And just take care of 2 to 3 things while you're preparing for such exams. Do not let anybody know, okay? While you're preparing, if actually if you'll prepare sincerely, people will know, of course, because you're working twice the amount of work or twice the amount of effort they are putting in, right? So it's obvious that they'll get to know, but try to be secretive, try to have your strategies, try to do smart study, just snatch out time, take 1 hour, 2 hour, just get up early, and just don't make, the bottom line is, don't make a lot of friends. If you are planning to go to the institute like BARC as a scientific officer, not that I want you to not have any social life, but I want you to focus that you are still in a race of proving yourself. For some students, PhD, getting a PhD position at some of the Institute of India is their ultimate aim, okay? Again, not defaming their aim, it's the level of satisfaction and the expectation which you keep from yourself, okay? It's your promise to you. You have to prove it to yourself that you have decided that I want to go to BRC. Then what? They haven't decided, so they'll not join you, okay? More or less, they'll make fun of you that you study a lot, and what will happen is your performance in your PhD, in your coursework, will be downgraded. Of course it has to be, because you're preparing for something else and you have to look after your basics. And if in your lab they demand a lot of lab hours, I'm talking about the people who do wet lab, because for dry lab people there is no place, I guess, in BRC, because there's no written exam from bioinformatics. So there is no place. Then I think if you know programming, if you know coding, if you know things like data analysis, it always helps you. It's an additional factor while you're doing wet lab, okay? So BRC completely dedicated. Whenever you will join biosciences, there also you'll have to do cloning and all. So what you have to do, just take out your basic books, and please do not do staggered study, or do not do any superficial study, which I called horizontal knowledge. Vertical knowledge is required, that is, do in-depth study. For techniques, follow either of the two. Like, you can follow Wilson Walker or T.A. Brown. It's always advisable that you should read T.A. Brown before Wilson and Walker, because T.A. Brown is very interesting, and it gives you, Wilson Walker is a little bit intimidating if you're starting for the first time, but no, it's not with the T.A. Brown. T.A. Brown kind of, goes with the flow. It's easy novel type of a book. So I am teaching T.A. Brown. Currently, I've started resuming it from chapter 6 to chapter 17. I will upload, that is for sure. And after that, I'll look for smart boards and all, if I can teach in that, because I think it becomes very difficult for me again to, explain without my facial expression, because I want to make everything clear to you. But students who are giving attempt in the recent upcoming years, by the time I upload T.A. Brown, that's okay. But you just do one thing. Pick only one book, but yes, start with T.A. Brown or Wilson Walker. Stick to one book, okay? Read from both of the books, but stick to one book. In your book, you can do one thing, just take some of the pages and write from T.A. Brown. Let's say you're following Wilson and Walker, then write the concepts or something you have learned from T.A. Brown, and you are just amazed. It always happened with me that I become, oh my god, this is the logic, it's already written in a book. And sometimes what you do is आप बहुत brainstorming करते हो and you get to a conclusion, and afterwards when you read authentic books, you see that it's written. So it's already there. The authentic books, the beauty of authentic books is they'll open up your mind, and they'll help you to chase any question in a more scientifically progressive manner. And take recent editions for sure, because you need to also study what are the researches which has been added. And also, if you're working on PhD, as I'm talking about only to the students who are doing PhD currently, So you need to be thorough with what you're doing, what is your surrounding, what are the instruments which are being used at your laboratory, what is your guide's history, where does your guide hails from, and what has he or she done in their PhD. Are you doing an extension of their PhD, or like you need to know A to Z everything from your laboratory, because they want to see that a place where you have spent some 1 or 2 year, how much you know about that place. And authentic books for sure, like molecular biology, I told you. For plant phys you can read Tejan Jigar, and you can study Leninger. Many people say Gilbert. If development biology is your favorite subject, then also Gilbert. Cube you can go for, because then again BARC also has some inclination towards immunology, because I think I haven't shared with you, one of the student, during my time when I was giving interview, one of the student went there, and there were some 10 to 13 professors sitting, and she told them some, they asked her that what are your favorite subjects. So she said cell bio, molecular biology, plant physiology, and one more subject, biochemistry. She didn't say this immunology, but one of the scientists said that I overheard you saying immunology. That's how favorite it is for them. I mean, they wanted to say that, and she is saying immunology as her favorite subject, because one of the scientists was from immunology, and they, despite of her saying that she didn't like immunology, they started questioning her. Okay, I mean, this is a check of your fear or how uncomfortable you get at the interview. See, ऐसा नहीं होगा that you say that I don't like immunology and आपको immunology से judge कर लिया जाए, उससे आपको नहीं judge किया जाएगा. But then again, वो इतना तो expect करते हैं, that's their right, that do you know about antigens, do you know about pepsin peptidization, do you know about what are the band migrations. मतलब at least you should be thorough with the basics. Okay, not knowing in detail shows that you're not interested, that's why you're not after that subject. Okay, so yeah, that's how important immunology is. If you don't like, then I think just read very little about immunology. And also for the students who are preparing sincerely for BRC, guys, look for Oxford or Harvard lectures on YouTube. Look for NPTEL lectures on YouTube. So you can go for NPTEL or Harvard lectures. They are awesome. You will be, amazed. You will be introduced to a new world, that, this kind of teaching also exists. So let's summarize this. If you are a PhD student, can you go to BARC? Yes. What are the, constraints? So age is a bar, then your category is a bar. Age with respect to category is again a bar. For general category, if you're 25 years of age and in your second year of PhD, you can go for this. And similarly, you can follow it up for the different categories. And for a PhD student, what is important is to snatch time, to take out time, because you want to build a big future for yourself. Okay, so don't succumb to the circumstances that, okay, fine, your friends are enjoying, and your friends are not interested in going to BRC. A lot of students are not. I mean, you'll clearly see the difference between individual to individual. So that's your goal, you have decided for yourself, so you need to defend it properly. Okay, so have a healthy, balanced lifestyle, and do not let pressure come to you at any point. And take out a blank sheet of paper, design your entire 1 year. See, when you go to PhD in 2 or 3 months, you'll get to know how much time you can take out from this PhD place. Either you can take out 1, 2, 3 hours, max to max you can get 3 hours. Or you can do one more thing, if your lab permits, while doing culturing or while doing some like not core molecular biology stuff, but something which does not require a lot of sterilization and a lot of your attention, then you can do one thing, just plug in your earphones and have these NPTEL lectures going on, and just listen to them on repeat. Just do not trust any of the videos. Once you complete them 3 times, then only trust any of the videos that you're gonna follow it. Okay, in one time, if say for example you're looking for some video and aapko ek video mil gaya online and you heard it once and you're like, okay fine, I got something, it doesn't happen. पहली बार में you don't have to make notes, आपको 2 बार सुनना है. तीसरी बार जब आप सुनोगे and you'll think कि okay, I'm really getting something. First time में सब नया लगता है. Second time you'll your brain will process, okay, this is the reason for this is the reason. You already have those knowledge, because basics ही होते हैं. Be it Harvard lecture, be it your NPTEL lecture, that is basically the extension of this basic lectures only. Also you can go for NPT lecture by one of the IISc professor. Like, they are monotonous, they are very big videos. You can plug in your earphones and just do the speed at 1.5x or 1.75x and listen to it religiously, guys. If you're serious, then I am telling you, it's a very good job, it's a very good opportunity for you. And again, you're serving your nation with a good name, right? People these days, they comment on my ISRO video. You can also check out that there are a lot of students who are commenting that they want to go to ISRO. Why not biosciences people so much after BARC? If you know, and I beg you people, if at all, I'll of course I'll make one of the series on BARC, because I myself have gone through the entire process and I know a lot about BARC. It is just because of my health issues. One day I'll tell you, because I have a lot of health issues and I could not, but I am telling you, if I was at your place and my age allowed, मैं पक्का BARC में होती. That I'm saying based on कि मैं किस level का effort put in करती हूँ चीज़ों में. Okay, so it's not that I'm bragging, it's just that मेरे जैसे बहुत सारे students होंगे. You need to believe on yourself, otherwise जब time चला जाता है you'll regret, and उस regret का कुछ नहीं होना. COVID has also been normalized, guys. उससे ज़्यादा क्या होगा? इतना hype होने के बाद कोई चीज़ normalize हो गई. Can you believe it? आप भी 2 साल बाद, if you are planning to go to BARC after 2 years, if you don't qualify, आप भी normalize हो जाओगे. उसमें कोई problem नहीं. आप सोचोगे okay fine, something better is written. बट क्या आपने अपने सारे 100% एफर्ट दिए थे? दैट विल बी द बिग गिल्ट फॉर यू, एंड एवरी टाइम यू विल टारगेट सम हायर एग्जाम, यू विल ऑलवेज थिंक कि मैंने BARC के टाइम पे क्या किया था. वो आपके साथ होना ही होना है. ओके, सो विद दिस नोट एंड आई टेक योर लीव, एंड आई थिंक आई जस्टिफाइड माई सेल्फ इन दिस वीडियो. इफ यू आर लेफ्ट विद एनी डाउट, देन डू कॉमेंट डाउन, बिकॉज talking about BARC and giving education and making people aware about this job is a lot of my core. It comes from my core that I want to guide about this job, because I want people to be there. I want my students, I want my people to be there. Not that I want मुझे कोई जुगाड़ नहीं लगाना, but the thing is, there is something that I couldn't do it. Not, I mean, पढ़ाई की वजह से नहीं, वो health issues की वजह से हुआ, but I really want you people to do it, and I am always behind you. Whatever help you need, you can DM on Instagram. मैं अपनी कैपेसिटी से ज़्यादा ही आपको रिप्लाई करती हूँ. ओके, सो आई कैन हेल्प यू. इफ़ आई कांट मैसेज, मतलब एकदम इंस्टेंट नहीं रिप्लाई कर पाती, तो आई डोंट हैव अ टीम, राइट? तो मैं ही करती हूँ जो करती हूँ. एंड सम पीपल आस्क फॉर कॉल, सम पीपल आस्क फॉर नोट, सम पीपल आस्क फॉर पर्सनलाइज्ड गाइडेंस. तो जितना मुझसे पॉसिबल होता है वो मैं करती हूँ, एंड आई मेक श्योर कि मैं सबके मैसेजेस एक बार रिविजिट करूँ एंड सबको रिप्लाई करने की कोशिश करूँ. सो आई थिंक मैंने थोड़ा लंबा कर दिया वीडियो को, बट येस गाइज, यू हैव टू डू इट. आई मीन, अगर टाइम है तो प्लीज़ यूटिलाइज इट, एंड अदरवाइज आप रिग्रेट्स में जियोगे, एंड आई डोंट वांट यू टू डू दैट. ओके, एंड I have a lot about BARC. One day I'll share you what was my mindset when I qualified the exam, क्या क्या हुआ, and the entire group, जितना भी बड़ा वो ग्रुप था, जिस ग्रुप में we were added while we were preparing for BARC, तब सिर्फ मैंने उसमें से क्वालिफाई किया था. तो बस there was some issue with myself कि मैं उस चीज़ को नहीं कर पाई उस टाइम पे. तो I just want you people to उस चीज़ को कंपनसेट करो एंड करो, बिकॉज आई नो अ लॉट अबाउट BARC प्रोसेस, एप्लीकेशन, किस तरीके से आपको वहाँ जाना है, आपके इंटरव्यू में क्या क्या आपको पढ़ के जाना है, एंड कितना टाइम चलेगा. एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो थिंक बाई दिस फैक्ट दैट माई इंटरव्यू लास्टेड फॉर 1 hour and 15 minutes, एंड इट ऑलवेज सेड कि अगर 45 to 50 मिनट से ज़्यादा आपका इंटरव्यू जा रहा है, देन यू आर एन एलिजिबल कैंडिडेट. एंड currently I don't have the message, but when I went for that BARC scientific officer interview, I remember I was discussing some of the DNA repair topics with one of the student, and she was doing PhD at IARI. I don't know if I mean, she's listening to me, she'll remember it. So yeah, she was doing PhD at IARI, and she was in her 3rd year. I didn't join anywhere, like I just did at that time I was just masters qualified, and I qualified JRF, and I went there by qualifying their exam, BARC exam. So I was teaching her DNA repair, and I was very confident. And afterwards, when I was not selected, see, it also happens, it also depends on vacancies. Okay, so that time I didn't get selected. So I messaged that girl. She was selected. The result came on the same day when my Aizer Mohali PhD interview result came. Okay, so I messaged her that, what do you think? What were my shortcomings? So she said, Misha, I think you were apt for the interview. According to me, you were apt, and I think you just need to the right time. Like the time wasn't right, but yeah, I was prepared, and I knew I separately had that plan of going to BRC, but somehow it didn't work out. But I want you people to do it, and I am always beside you. आपको जो भी questions पूछने, you can drop down in the comment section, you can DM me, और we can make a group. जब भी BRC Biosciences prepare होगा, see, I'll start making courses. तो we can do one thing, BRC dedicated courses बनाते हैं. And also I will do one more thing. I'll do everything here on YouTube. वो app and all not my plan for now. So I teach authentic books that I started for BRC only, BRC and PhD interviews. उसके लिए आपको authentic books सुननी है. Nobody is teaching that. मेरे time पे I was so scared of the fact कि इतने कम time में कैसे पढ़ूँ. तो one day I'll tell you guys कि वो पूरा process क्या था. But once आपका exam तो हो schedule तभी तो बताएंगे. तो next year के लिए हो जाएगा वो. And I think अगर आप PhD में हो तो utilize this opportunity. First year student हो तो you have the time. And जाओ यार, सर्च करो कंट्री को, ठीक है. So thank you everybody with this note, and I have a lot of videos coming up, and whatever you want you can also comment me down. I already have 52 videos, 52 video ideas in my mind. Okay, so let's see how it comes out. So thank you, and keep supporting like you people are doing. And one more thing I'm doing, I think the video will be uploaded 1 or 2 days later, like today is 29th of May. So I am planning to enroll students for mock PhD interviews with me on Zoom call. Okay, so I have kept a price for it because of some obvious reason, because I don't want any nonsense there, guys. I've done it for free like a lot of times, but also this time I'm doing it on a large basis. I want 20 students. I'm doing mock interviews for 20 students at 300 rupees, 5 mock interviews, and that I myself will take on Zoom. Okay, so I think for now the slots are full, but if you are interested you can DM me on Instagram, or you can comment here that you are interested. If I'll schedule next batch, depends on what is the success rate of this batch. I'll schedule if the next batch, then I'll take you guys for sure. Okay, so thank you everybody.